so I've got this long piece. It's actually longer than I need. I only need about 8.5 inches or so. Cut that off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to roll the ends so they get tapered. Okay, so I got tapered ends. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my plastic dowel and I'm actually going to curl that around. So I get a nice, pretty curl. And then I have a template here. And I'm just going to let it dry on that template. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so I'm just going to let it dry on this. Okay, well now that I've got my roses done, I've got some of that pearl spray that I'm going to spray them with. If you've got an airbrush, otherwise you're going to have to, you know, dry dust them with the Super Pearl Luster Dust. But this is just quick and easy. So they look kind of pearly. They're done. Let that dry. Now let's assemble this. So set that aside. What I have is a hanging plant holder that I got at the local home improvement store. Now this is nothing new. I mean, a lot of people they've been hanging cakes from these for years, but I just want to show it to you. It actually was black and I spray painted it white. Just get a metal spray paint that's meant for metal. This was a matte white, and spray it. It takes like, 10 minutes. This stand was only about $20. They have different types of stands. You just open up the little feet, and then you open this up and tighten the bird down. And what we're going to do is we're going to hang it from this hook here. Now it has a recommended weight. It says 5 pounds. Ha! Some of them are more, some are less. It says 5 pounds, but I needed more than that. A cake's going to weigh more than 5 pounds, especially a 3-tiered cake. So I took my 15-pound bucket and some other stuff and hung it off here to make sure it was okay, and it did. It was just fine. It's kind of been through the ringer, so I've nicked it a couple times. So the nice thing about this is that they have like gold glitter, silver glitter, whatever. You can paint this to match whatever the theme is for your wedding. So what I've got here is they've got this nice handle right here, and that's what that S-hook goes to. And what I did is I actually spray painted these too. I spray painted them white. You could spray paint everything just to make sure nothing nasty shows. But it's going to hang off there, and then the eye hook with the connector is going to hang off that. And then this rod, which turns out it's about 14.5 inches is what it ended up being. And it connects. Again, it's 5/16. Everything's 5/16. And it hangs. And this is what we construct our cake with. Now, I didn't want to actually have to construct the cake on here because it's kind of hard to do that. One other thing, of course, is you want to make sure wherever the venue is, you're going to be as level, because this, you don't want this thing tilting around. It would be nice on top of a table because it's a good height for that. So I'm going to take it down. And what I did is I created a board for me to work on. When I got this board for these pieces that the cake's going to sit on, I just cut an extra piece and drilled a hole in it and glued 2 of them together. And what it does is it makes something that I can actually sit my cake on. My cake actually sits on here. So it makes it really nice and easy for me to work with. And I'll show you how that works in just a second.